it's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? What am I ring? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I hope it's
All right.
Nigga.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Dark Tank podcast.
That's what's up, man.
We are your hosts, Tom and Sweeney.
And I am Derrick is Blackfamous.
Blackfamous.
That's my birth name. Don't check.
Don't check. I no longer go by my slave name.
Yeah, that's what. Yo,
welcome
name.
to the Snark Tank podcast, guys. It is another week. Unfortunately, our co-host Chris Reagan couldn't make it today.
He's somewhere dead.
He's somewhere in fucking Cancun, running from fucking the left and the right for being from the left or the right.
Yeah,
but he can't make it today. He will be back next week. But you guys get another Dark Tank. That's not bad. That's never terrible.
It's not bad at all. You guys get to see us. Nice, perfectly dark skin.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Stay jealous.
Just niggas at play. Episode 3. I love it.
Why isn't? Well, that probably because we wouldn't make it in the search engine if we had a real podcast called Niggas at Play, right?
Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to be looked up easily.
Yeah, what if we had asterisks though? Like if it was NI asterisk AS, do you think then we'd be searched up?
I think
okay?
That would still not be able to be searched up. I can.
What about like Negroes, but we spell it different? Like say knees, like knees on a body, and then like growing.
And grow.
Yeah,
like fucking like plants do.
Yeah.
Let's not do either of those. Look, okay, this is the Dark Tank podcast. Welcome. First and foremost, we want to say thank you for all the supporters. We have had exponential growth, and actually, we've noticed that now that Spotify is doing its wrap up for the year, we're getting a ton of people messaging us saying that we are their number one listen to podcast. That's
pretty awesome.
Unfucking believable.
That's pretty.
I
awesome.
never thought I'd amount to anything really, but to be a liked podcast, really. Bon appetit, chef's kisses, man.
I mean, it's pretty funny that for a while I've tried to do different podcasts since like 2012 with my friends, and then it just never really panned out. And then this kind of was. It wasn't planned. Chris's Snark Tank was a thing that existed, and then I messaged you one day, and I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then and then my perception, because Chris keeps like dying, or he keeps being kidnapped, or something keeps happening to him, I was like, "Oh, there's no way this dude's gonna be like down to start another thing. He's too busy, or he's dead. It's either one or the other."
Too busy or he's dead.
Like something keeps happening to him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it came together, and it's cool, and I'm so grateful. It's so fucking cool to see like
it is a blessing, dude.
The cool stuff that you guys do, the art, the animations, dude. People keep tagging like they didn't even make them. They're like, "Hey, I found another Snark Tank animation."
It's like, insane, dude.
People that didn't even make them are like finding them. And I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't see that."
It's wild, bro. The love we get from the start. First of all, Porcupus, one of our fucking people that make animations all the time. Follow him, guys. He's fantastic. He makes some great shit. All of the fan art, all of the design, it's just mind blowing. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I never thought it would have got this big. I thought it would have been like a niche thing at best. But we got some real growth and some real steam behind us. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of it.
Hell yeah, we're probably about like a couple of weeks away from getting a Spotify deal like Joe Rogan.
That Spotify deal would be crazy, because that means that our lives are different at that moment.
That would
once you offer that many millions of dollars, you're like, I don't gotta behave no more. I don't gotta act.
At that point, I'm just punching people in the streets, and then you know what I'm doing? I'm stuffing
money on them.
Yeah, exactly. And then they'll wake up happy. They're like, "Oh fuck, this nigga fucking knocked me out." But I have like a third of what I was gonna make this year. That's awesome.
Yo, it works, man.
Yeah.
It works. Spotify, if you're listening, give us your money, please. We need it, man. See how small my fucking room is? Give me your fucking money, yo.
My room is smaller than yours. We have some small ass fucking rooms.
I don't think your room is smaller than mine.
My room was not designed to be a room, and it's ice cold because it's not even insulated. It was like an extra thing added.
My room was clearly a bedroom from the fucking 40s because it's so fucking hot in here. It's before the planet started warming up. Literally every time I'm done streaming, I gotta go outside and wring out my fucking shirt and come sit back down in here. My stream is like, Kingston, you're fucking sweating. And I'm like, I'm good, guys. Let's talk about Spider-Man. I'm fucking dying.
That's crazy. We have like opposite problems. Well, mine's
we have the same problem, just opposite temperatures.
Just opposite temperatures, because it's ice cold to the point where I can sit. Well, here I have a heater. I do have a heater. But the problem is, it just works too well. It's hard to find a balance because my room's so tiny. It's so tiny. Even if you put it on like 70 degrees, the temperature, it's still ultra hot. It gets hot so fast. It just doesn't. It can't figure out the temperature because my room it's fun. Basically, well, whatever. I don't know why I'm complaining about this room because probably in a month and a half I'm gonna be out of this fucking house.
That's
true. We're getting rid of this house, and I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna move. I'm looking at, my friend keeps bugging me, so I might move a little bit further east in this that city, Norwalk. Fucking trash city. I don't like it, but it's
cheap, bro.
Either that or I'm just getting the fuck out of California entirely.
That's my plan too.
Yeah,
after I'm done with nursing school, I'm getting the fuck out of California. I'm fuck this place. I hate it. Hate Cali.
Yeah. Problem is, I'm not really at the spot where I don't feel comfortable with just getting my own place right now. I want a roommate just so I can. Money fluctuates too much doing the online thing for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, for you too, right? If you're fucking streaming and stuff, it's always gonna be a little bit different. So I don't feel confident in being like, I don't want to sweat ever and be like, oh shit, something stupid happened, my channel went down or whatever happened. I lose a bunch of support because I did something retarded. You just don't want to risk it.
After that,
yeah. I still want to. So like I'm looking. I'd prefer to have a roommate. But I don't know anybody out of state to like say if I were to move in another state and be like, hey, you want to fucking move with me, bro? I don't know anyone like that. Everyone's like, nah, I'm good. But
for me, we're probably gonna go down for the south. My girlfriend really likes San Diego a lot. She loves SD. She's Mexican, so that's probably why she likes SD. To be fair, honey, I love you, but it's true. Let's be real. It's the reason why I like Detroit so much. Like it just makes sense. But yeah, she wants to move down to SD, and I would like it there too because I like San Diego a lot. It's really pretty.
SD's dope, man.
It's like what It's like what LA is broadcasted to people from other states. That's what SD is. It's like, oh, it's pretty beaches, pretty people.
It's cleaner.
It doesn't smell like shit. There aren't homeless people pissing. I saw some fucking homeless guy pissing sitting down the street. He was sitting down his legs 40, he's pissing in the street, and I was like, this motherfucker dog. Yeah, I hate you.
I've seen way too many dicks just driving. Like I saw, I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod. I did mention it on the podcast where I was getting some teriyaki bowl or whatever. It's just chicken bowl from this place called Golden Bowl. And then right next to it, there's this chick. She didn't even seem homeless. Her clothes seemed fine, but she just started taking a dump like right next to the place. And I'm like, what? You're not even, she's not even hiding. Like she wasn't even trying to go behind a bush and be courteous. And I'm like, man, I fucking hate this city so much.
LA, bro. It's just fucking filthy.
It's pretty wild.
Filthy fucking place. But
yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the podcast.
Thank you so
much. we were supposed to do that. Supposed to do an intro thing.
Hey, have you noticed that we both are wearing white tees?
Yeah,
today?
dude, I'm wearing all white right now, so I got white shorts on as well.
So am I.
No way.
Yeah. What the fuck's happening? We did not
all white kind of day, man.
Yeah.
I felt good today. I woke up and I was like, yo, I'm gonna wear all white before I stream. Took a shower, got myself looking like nice and like half like, someone that has a shelter, but they don't really go to it. And I was like, let me put on all white today. And I streamed and I had a fantastic stream. And I was like, yo, speaking of my stream, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Tom Sweeney 1278. No E. Remember that. You guys want to follow me. It's a great channel. We talk about a bunch of bullshit.
That's actually really important, man. That's really that no E is really important because I notice people, it's like 50-50 of how people spell it. And,
I put no E.
It can get kind of confusing. Yeah. But yeah, follow this.
Time. Oh God! Can you continue your point? I wanted to talk to you about. It's hilarious.
What?
So apparently there was some dude on. So I made an Instagram account for my for just like my internet persona, and like there was some guy that was faking he was me on fucking on Instagram, and I was just like, what the fuck? Someone's faking me. I felt flattered at
You
first.
fucking made it,
like,
dude.
yo.
You made it, bro.
I was
That's
like,
it.
someone wants to be me. Oh fuck, yo, that's crazy. I don't know why. My credit score's pretty good, but like that's about it. That's all I got.
You sure you a real nigga?
And yeah, it's crazy, man. This happens when you have money in your family growing up, man. They teach you like, oh, your credit score is important. But so I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, dude, what's up, man? He was like, fake account. And I was like, no, it's not a fake account, but you're the fake account. Like he didn't know that he was. It's like when you find out you're the clone. It's just like, what? I'm not fake. It's like in fucking. Did you play Shadow Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Remember when Shadow found out he wasn't the first clone? He was another clone. And he was just like,
and he's no fucking
what?
way.
He's like, you can't be serious, right? I'm the original. It's like, nah, bro.
Yo, you think that dude like straight up has like real mental illness, and he legitimately thought he was you?
I hope I pray for him, bro. I pray for him. But he was like, yeah, I was like, hey, dude, you know, like, I think it's funny what you're doing. You could totally be like a fan account, but please don't say you're me. You know, that's not really respectful. And he blocked me. Then his account got terminated.
Oh shit!
So I was like, that's me.
That's crazy, man.
It's weird, bro.
It is crazy.
Why the fuck do you want to be me? You're not gonna get pussy for being me, bro.
You never know, man. You never.
I don't even get pussy for being me, bro. I don't get shit, man. All I get is yelled at by my girlfriend. That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
I comment shit on Twitter and I get yelled at by my girlfriend for commenting stupid shit.
I mean, look, if you don't put that energy out there, you're not gonna profit pussy wise. You know, you have to put that energy out there, and the same thing with me where. I don't put that energy to where it's like, hey, contact me and throw yourself at me. And so it doesn't happen. But I know people, I know creators that, you know, they like to be like, hey, I have a dick, you should ride on it. And then it fucking, and then their DMs are full. Like my shit's
You got
full.
powerful friends. You got powerful friends out there that are just like, yo, man.
Yeah.
They want pussy and they want it now, bro. It's my pussy and I need it now, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
wild, man. Like, what are you trying to be me for, man? It's like, what? I'm such just a regular dude. I stream sometimes. I'm on a podcast that's like, I don't know, like barely decently successful. Like it's not nothing special. Just
look,
be yourself.
Man. Yeah. Well, look, I'll also say that you had an audience before you were even making content, so. That's something to consider. That's something to consider. That's something, I guess. There's videos like, say, for whatever reason on my metal channel, black metal, when I log into that, recommended videos pop up of Chris Reagan, but like they're always you are in the videos. It's funny. It's weird
what can I say, man?
It's fucking weird where I'm like, wait, are you gonna recommend like any other Chris Reagan videos? But it's like, no, the algorithm's like, he likes this black guy or something.
Bro, they know. They can tell you're a black guy based on where you're going on there. Like, oh, I'm gonna show him this content similar to him with this black man in it. Yo, to get you to keep watching, bro. The
algorithm's racist as fuck. That's what it is.
It's not racist. It's just smart. That's tactical thinking, bro. You know.
It's look. It's one of those.
It's racially charged.
It's one of those things where it's like when. You know, it's like the positive racism where, like, say if somebody charges you with like, oh, you must be good at basketball, which is racist to say technically to a black person, but it's also like a compliment because being good at basketball is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Prejudice. It's just innocent prejudice.
It's a prejudice that's like, it doesn't really hurt you, you know, but the algorithm being like, this is a black male. I'm gonna show him and promote stuff with black males in it. It's kind of
it knows its targeted audience, bro. You gotta. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, YouTube. Keep doing your shit, algorithm. I mean, it's all right. I agree with you.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a little funny. It's a little fucking funny, but dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to do I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be an intro. Like I'm pretty sure what's the intro, and I don't remember it entirely. Do you remember the intro?
I don't know, something about promoting stuff, right? We talk about the merch and the
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, the merch and wait. So we usually say thank you so much if you guys want to support the podcast, right? We talk about the Snark Tank.
About the Snark Tank Patreon. Yes, which is Snark. Is what you call it. It's Patreon/Snark Tank, right? If I'm not mistaken. For $1 a month, you get early access to the videos. $5 a month gets your name read at the end of the. No, $5 a month gets you access to the Discord, right? I don't even remember what it is, dude. It is our fucking podcast. Chris is the one that does all this shit. He's not here right now, so I'm sorry. You're gonna get a modified one.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Yeah, they know if you support a nigga, just
support a nigga. You know, support a nigga if you support. Also, you guys, it's just like 40 something episodes. You know, if you're here now, you know what we do. You know what we're about, right? You know, if you're getting on Epstein's fucking plane, and if you get Epstein's plane by yourself, you know what you're about. You know what's about.
You know exactly what's going on.
You're not going there. You're not going there to get fucking. You know what is it called? Caviar and biscuits. You're going there to get fucking, you know.
Dude, everyone went to that island. What the fuck, bro?
Everybody, bro. I'm scared that I'm going to look back and my grandma was on that island one time. I'm like, God fucking damn it. She was in New York. She was in New York for a period of time. God, shit. Like, she was there too. Grandma, what were you doing there?
I could count the amount of times I've been on a plane in my adult life, and probably my name's in that black book. There's just something about, like, everyone's there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, yo, why? It can't. Okay, because here's the weird thing. Is there really, is there that many fucking perverts that just happen to be powerful? You know what I'm saying? Like, the correlation, like, what is it? Is it like this? You know how there's the correlation of you being a Catholic priest and then you touching fucking altar boys or whatever. So I always say, are they perverts then join, or do they join and become perverts? You know what I'm saying?
I think what happens is when you have enough money, you go crazy eventually, you know? Mm-hmm. Because the idea is that comfortability is not what humans are meant to achieve. We're meant to strive for it. I agree
with that.
We're meant to want more. But once we get what we want, our brains go fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And we start doing shit that just doesn't make any sense. And what's something that's super fucking horrible and only monsters do? The shit that Epi was fucking dealing out, you know. He was like, "Hey man, I got little ones for the low," which is super fucked up. I think it's terrible, but I mean, you got to get your throat somewhere. You got to get your your fix somewhere. And eventually, Quaaludes and cocaine and fucking heroin don't do it. You know.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense to a certain. It's weird though, because you know this is what I picture myself. Like say we actually get a fucking Spotify deal with a stupid amount of money. The only thing that would change is that I have a house and a car that's paid off. I just have these things that are paid off, and then I have every single video game that I've ever wanted, and then I just play them all one by one. That's it. That's where
imagine that life. Imagine like waking up. Well, I would still go to school. I would still finish my nursing stuff, but like I'd be able to give that 110% focus without having to worry about anything else. So I'd probably be a better student, honestly.
Sure.
Because I'd be like, all I have to do is just wake up, study for like 3 or 4 hours a day, and then live my life that is without any sort of. But I think it comes with a certain degree of mental health. You know, like you gotta be mentally healthy to understand that like. You have this money, but that does not mean this is where your life ends. This is not the peak of your life.
Sure.
Because money the security you have is probably this is going to be secure. I'm secure now, but I can still give more to the world other than my money, other than who I am. I could try to benefit the world in more ways, and I feel like they don't feel that because I feel like what happens is when you get super rich, a lot of them get terrified of becoming poor again. So it turns into that cycle of like, I don't want to give people my money. I'm scared I'm going to become poor, which also leads you to be fucking crazy too. But for me, like if I became super rich and then after I did like a bunch of philanthropy work, I was just like at a comfortable life again, I'd be like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There's something about, I know that me having money would definitely relieve a ton of fucking stress. So then I can purely focus on like the stuff that I want to do, like music, for example. There's things that I want to do, and then it's like I only have a small window to work on it and shit. So I get it. It's just weird that some of these people just take these leaps, though, because I'm like, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing to think about. Like, since we're not on that level, since we can't really fathom it. I can't really fathom being like, oh, I have all this money, I'm bored, I want to fuck kids now. Like, there's something. It's such a giant leap.
Fucking said that. You just said that, Luke. Like, what the fuck?
It's such a giant leap. That's what these people are. I mean, like, fucking. There's just so many people that are look at fucking Bill Clinton. He's been on the plane 7 billion times, and I'm like, dog. Trump's kicking it with Epstein too, man. Like they're all doing it. They're all doing it. And like you got to point it all out, man. You can't just single out one person because you don't like them. I mean, like, dude, they're all flying to the island that's notorious for being fucking just degenerates.
Like literally to the point that people knew about it before this became big. Before this became big, people were still talking about like Epstein's island being fucked, and people were still fucking going there left and right. Like what? Like I wouldn't go. That's like. How to explain it? That's like you knowing that this place is like known for having Klan rallies, and you know it. You know what it's notorious for, and then you still have the gall to go there, knowing that you get associated with that.
I'm gonna still check this out, dog. I'm gonna still go check it out. It's okay.
Yo, it's lit, man. You can say whatever you want about it, but like, yo, they know how to throw a good party. It's like it's a lynching party, bro. It's a good party because you don't see those every day. But it's I don't know, man.
Hey, speaking of a little bit of on the same subject, because we know we have a lot of things to talk about. But one thing I want to talk about, because it kind of involves politics a little bit, but it also involves the podcast, and we're gonna have to talk about this in depth when Chris is back. But I just wanted to mention it because it just broke. Because Shuan had shared this article or something that showed a bunch of names of all these political figures and where they align, where they lie on the spectrum, and pretty much all of us and people that you know that are either center left or just full blown left are all in far right. just all of them. Like
as long as I'm not there, I'll be fine, bro. As long as
technically you are there because the Snark Tank is in the far right column.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It said the Snark Tank podcast.
It legitimately said the Snark Tank. I took a screenshot to be like, that's just silly. But there's other people that are. I think there was one of them said like the Progressive Voice or something. Like it's in their name and it's in the far right column. I'm like, who's sorting this shit out? And it's just funny.
There's got to be a bot. There's got to be a bot.
Because I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. It was the same thing with the. Do you remember there was this thing called like the intellectual dark web? It was like Joe Rogan and his friends. It was like Sam Harris, who's like kind of a left leaning intellectual. Who was it? There was Dave Rubin that was a part of it. Jordan Peterson. What was the other fucking Ben Shapiro? And then it was some other like some professors that were left leaning, like Brett Weinstein. I think it was these people that they're all like intellectuals, except for Dave Rubin, and Joe Rogan's just kind of like absorbs knowledge, but he's not the one that's like philosophizing and shit, right? But one of them came up with a term called the intellectual dark web, which was very cringe, but it got spun into it being like a very far right thing. And somebody made like you've seen Charlie from That's It's Always Sunny with that conspiracy theory thing where he's stringing all that shit together. So it was like that. The graph was just a bunch of people's names, and it's like this person's associated with this person's been on this channel and this and that, and it was just bullshit. Like there was like, oh, it showed how I'm somehow connected to the most racist like person because I was on this channel and then this channel was on this channel and then it was like, it was bullshit though. Like a lot of it wasn't even accurate. And I was like, this was the craziest shit. And this is just as weird that they just were, I don't know. It's just weird. But I do believe that there's people that would just like that. Remember Contrivance, the podcast?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those scenarios where they just half look into something and they kind of think that, oh, I heard that so and so is this, and then that's it.
So insane, dude.
Yeah.
Look, guys.
Yeah.
Look, I am pretty fucking far left, man. I am.
Yeah, you're essentially a Bernie bro.
I'm a Bernie bro. Like I'm a progressive, but I am a liberal. Like I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Chris and I know you too. You are more center left, but you are definitely still left leaning.
Yeah,
Chris is pretty left.
Yeah, Chris is all the way left. It's one of those things that it's like, oh, there's those people that I consider to be ideological, they're zealots. They're fucking, because everybody lands somewhere on the political spectrum, but then they also become dogmatic about it. And then the people that are like that, they're the ones that you're criticizing our team, you must be the other team, because that's how dogma works, right? It's just like, say, if you are a religious person, in the Bible it says you're with us or you're against us. This is what your Lord says. Essentially, if you're not saved and you're not with them, you're fucking damned. It's one or the other, and a lot of people treat it the same way. It's fucking dogmatic. So they think that because I've spent a lot of time shitting on left ideologues, the ones that were insane, because I don't give a shit about people that are just moderate or liberal or conservative or whatever, and then I've actually lended myself to have conversations with people that are conservative. They're like, oh, he must be conservative, and in my mind, that's not how things work. I'm like, what are my politics? They're not conservative. I was trying to think to myself, and I'm probably going to make a video because of this, to say, like, what do I believe that can be considered conservative? And I was trying to think, I'm like, there's really nothing, because I've always like that. My whole shtick on my channel was the radical centrist. Like, I was selling fucking shirts, right? So, but I was like, so I'm like, if you watch my channel, you fucking know. But if you just casually like, oh, I've seen him in this, then maybe you can make your educated guess was, oh, I seen him. He once talked to fucking 4 years ago. He talked to Paul Joseph Watson, so he must be conservative. I'm like, I mean, maybe Paul Joseph Watson thought I was, but I'm not. You know, I never said like, oh, I want conservative values. I miss when we used to beat women. I miss the 50s. We used to give them a good old pop when they would mouth off and they would stay home and pop out babies. I fucking
give them a good old pop when they would mouth off.
I don't give a shit what you say. Your baby's being born no matter what. And then I ain't gonna give your baby a dime even if you can't fucking take care of it. You know, it's I'm pro-life, but then I'm not, because I don't care about the baby once it pops out. That's anyway. That's just the mentality. I don't have that mentality.
That shit was so heavy. I started getting sick here, and I was like, "Oh man,
I mean,
I'm gonna give you a baby, and I'm gonna hit you after you have the baby." It's like, what the fuck? What is this, dude?
These core trad values, man. Like, I don't give a shit about. Like, look at me. Do I look like I have any traditional values? I have a fucking video game character on my fucking neck. Like, I have giant holes in my ears. Like, I'm very like, I'm an artist, and I'm a very live and let live person. You know, that's why when I was younger, I would say over a decade ago, I kind of considered myself a libertarian, because I was like, oh, states' rights makes the most sense to me, in a sense that it is more of a live and let live thing. But then when I got a little bit smarter, I was like, that's dangerous, because some backwards
fucking
ass places
like fucking Alabama and fucking Texas
exactly.
where you could fucking execute retarded people, you know, like shit like that is like, whoa, okay. I don't know, man. I think I hate politics. I unfortunately was like really into political science when I was younger, and it just bewildered me because I figured out the problems before everyone else and people that are working on the problems figure them out. And I'm just like, this is all fucked up. The system is broken. And I was just like, this something very broken. I don't know why we don't just change the system. And I feel like if I keep saying that out loud, I think if I say that out loud, I'll get shot in the face. I don't need that.
If you're the leader, you will. because that's
Like
what
if
it is.
I get big enough and I'm like, one day I'm like, look at this. They're all against us. It's us against them. And out of nowhere, man, Lily's gonna have to clean off fucking cherry pie off her fucking dress because it's gonna get my head blown the fuck off.
That's how I feel like, say, if say, for example, if Joe Rogan, he has such a large platform, if he became like an advocate or something, or a political, like, whatever, he becomes extremely political, and he's like, we need to change the system, we need to flip it over its head, instead of being like endorsing Bernie Sanders like he did, if he would be like, well, look, I do endorse this guy, but here, I know the problem is the DNC is going to cheat him out, so he's not going to win anyway, so we need to fix that problem first. If he started talking about that shit, then it would be like, we might need to explode his head. We might need to make sure he's gone.
to be very real, I think if Bernie Sanders would have won the presidency, he would have got killed. I very much believe he would have got killed. Somebody would have been like, "Oh man, Bernie Sanders fell down the steps last night."
Look,
and for some reason he found a bunch of bullet holes in his head.
for some reason. Like he's just at a rally, and then fucking somebody just drops an entire bus on him.
So a fucking bus on some fucking Spider-Man shit. That's some fucking video game shit, dog. A whole bus. Buses don't fall. What is a bus doing up?
Like they just got a crane that suspended a bus. Fucking 200 feet in the air, and
dropped it, bro.
Just so brazen. Like they're like, this guy, like Epstein getting fucking murked. It was so brazen. I think they would step it up for Bernie Sanders. Like, oh, excuse me. Oh, you're gonna make me pay taxes because I made billions, and you're gonna make me pay taxes now. I'm not gonna be exempt anymore. And then they're just gonna load up like this fucking like 3 school buses, like 3 of them.
Yo, dude, I'm sure a school bus that falls from that high has like area of effect damage. Even if you don't get hit by the bus itself, you're still just gonna get knocked the fuck back by when it lands. And you're gonna take fucking like splash damage.
It's gonna be so much fucking carnage.
Oh my god, dude! You ever see G.I. Joe, the second one?
With the one with like the rocks in it or something?
Yeah.
I'd seen it, but I really don't remember it.
There was a point where they had big ass metal rods, and they just dropped those rods from space, and they used those instead of nuclear warheads, and they fucked up Paris. And it was so funny because they dropped. It was this fucking big ass metal rod that just fell down. They looked like this, actually. I got my screwdriver. They looked like these things, but they were gigantic, and they dropped them from space, and they fucking leveled Paris. So many people died, man. No more croissants ever. It was fucking insane.
I was gonna say they fucked all the croissants on this. This means war.
That shit was wild. I was like, damn, bro. You should use those instead of nuclear weapons, man. The damage yield was like 4 times of a nuclear warhead. The biggest one we had.
It makes sense, man. Like think about fucking a meteorite. It's just metal that enters our atmosphere and is on fire, and then slams into the earth at tens of thousands of miles per hour, and then it just creates the fucking worst, the most devastation that the world's seen. So it makes sense.
That's crazy.
That's insane, throw metal. I've always liked that scene of in which one was it? Which Avengers? It was the one with Thanos. The Infinity War.
Game or Infinity War?
Infinity War, when he fucking like just takes pieces of the moon and then throws it at Iron Man. Dude, that shit's so fucking nuts. Like when they're on Titan.
How do you throw the moon at somebody? Like, that's so fucking ignorant.
Like I was hoping that he was so just annoyed. He was so tired of fighting that he was gonna throw the entire moon and just kill everyone.
That's some like in comic books Thanos shit. That's not like MCU Thanos. Like in comic books Thanos would go to the moon and shove it at the planet. You'd be like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And everybody would die on that planet.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I was like, they need to step it up and they need to, like, I'm looking forward and say in another 10 years they're gonna reboot everything. They're gonna bring in they're actually gonna bring in death this time. And then they're just gonna be fuck. And there's gonna be.
I wanted that.
There's gonna be.
I wanted real Thanos, but like it's hard to translate that into movies.
It's way too. I totally. But I'm just hoping that like, oh, we did this before. Let's do the real shit. But most importantly though, I want 30 minutes of fucking though. I want like, I just want them I want him to tame death and then just give it to her. You know.
Oh my god! I can't stand it.
Him just like banging that skull face too. Like, you know.
Oh my god. Yo, apparently she's pretty thick, dude. She's pretty thick. She just has like no face.
She has no face. By the way, she is cheeked. I have a nice painting of her. And yeah, she looks good, man. They drew her in all the right places.
She's just
absolutely double.
Doesn't have any a face, you know. But like, hey, man,
do you think you could bang a body and with the skull attached to it?
I don't even know. It has to definitely be alive. Because if it's not alive, like, if I don't know if it's alive. Then my mind could travel to I'm fucking a dead body. What's wrong with me right now?
Yeah, there's no okay. So it definitely has to be alive. It completely sentient, completely aware and conscious. Turn like while you're giving it to her, fucking, you know, from behind, it's doggy style. It turns around, and then just a skull just staring at you like fucking Skeletor,
and it chatters.
And then it's just that's all it can't speak, like, but it's just chatting his teeth.
Would you fuck me up? I'm like, what am I doing? What have I done? I've played too much. I've taken it too far.
Would you finish though?
No. I don't have balls, bro.
Pussy.
I can't
fucking pussy.
I can't do that. I just can't. I can't do that. I get scared.
See, I think I would try because, you know, I'm in the moment, I'm in the zone, and then that would be enough to be like, all right, I'm powered through it. Because remember, still cheeked up, still everything's intact.
Everything's intact except for the fucking face. And you know, the face is like, people are like, oh, you turn her over and bend her over, and if you don't got to worry about it, you can see the hairs like that. But it's like, yo, but if I take a look at that fucking vacuous face with no fucking flesh, just bones. Her eyes are lights that are inside of her skull.
All right, let me take a step back. I'll take a step back from the love making.
I don't know, man.
So do you think, let's just say your girlfriend, she just, you know, you're just walking, you know, you guys are out on a date, you know, you're about to go eat. You open the door for her, you turn around, and then she just has a skull face. That's it.
I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream and like, you know, like, look. I've learned I can do this when I'm really scared. When I'm really scared, I'm really good at backing up very fast. Like I do like anime, like Naruto jump backwards. like the most I've gotten was like 4. I jumped backwards 4 times and I was far away from somebody. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? What the fuck is going on? If I saw that, I would just literally teleport back like fucking Ryu Hayabusa and just be like, what the fuck? My girlfriend's face is gone. And then I'll ask someone else, do you see my face? That faceless woman over there.
And they do see it, and they see nothing wrong, though.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. If they acknowledge she doesn't have a face, but they don't freak out about it, that's it, man.
Yeah, what are you, face phobic? What the fuck? They start giving you shit. They start giving you shit.
I'm gonna write that book, man. I'm gonna write that book. And I'm like, I'm Kingston Jameson, and these are my final days. And then it's gonna be all of nowhere. It's gonna be some kind of wild's gonna happen. Like, oh my god, man splits atom in downtown Manhattan and levels the whole entire city. I can't be a part of that.
I'm with you, man.
So we have questions and stuff we should get to. But Derrick, let's pick your piece first before we get to the thing we were supposed to be talking about in the beginning, but we forgot. You got so sidetracked.
I mean, we should jump into it because that's kind of important. It is important. We got what the hell? I don't even know how we got to this lane where you're fucking. What would you even call that? Like a scold bitch? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what you would call it.
I don't got time, man.
Okay. Anyway,
I can't.
Nah, man. Yeah. So we can't skip over it. We can't skip over it because it's pretty big and it's pretty disappointing. I will say. Oh
man, the whole hood cried. Definitely the hood was crying that night. The hood was like, God damn,
fucking
bro.
So reluctantly, Jake Paul had a boxing match over the weekend. You know, the undercard of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. And Jake Paul was set to box Nate Robinson, you know, former NBA, an extremely athletic person, and he got fucking destroyed. He got floored, bodied, any other adjective you want to use, or adverb, whatever the hell. I'm sorry, I need to go back to school. But he just, everything that could have gone wrong for Nate went wrong. He got too nervous. His adrenaline was at like 5,000%, and he kept trying to rush him,
hug him.
Like he was like, I wouldn't even say like level changing, like you're trying to shoot for in wrestling. He was like trying to just like tackle him or something. He was just too amped up. He couldn't just sit back and just be like, all right, what's happening? Where Jake was so calm and looked very good for it being his first professional fight, or second, right? I don't fucking know. Whatever. I think it's a second professional fight. And he knocked him out clean, man. He fucking flopped like a fucking fish, dude. Nate hit the ground so damn hard to the point where my friend thought it was fake. My friend thought like, oh, this dude's fucking selling. Like, it's so, but I was like, no, this guy, he fucking kicked his ass so bad.
That shit hurt me, bro. Deji did better than Nate Robinson did, bro.
He did, but the thing is, I will say,
Jake was looking good, man.
Jake, I will say, man, I saw Jake, and I keep forgetting to look this guy up. Jake fought a jiu-jitsu expert, a BJJ expert, years ago, and he did okay, relatively okay, because he wrestled, in his school, in his grade school, him and Logan Paul. So they're athletes. They know how to like combat sports. They're combat sports athletes, which is a major advantage because just being athletic doesn't mean you're going to be good at combat sports. Because it's a totally different thing. Like it's something like, say, where I can hit a bag for 12 rounds, no problem. But then
hitting a person that's moving around, is jumping on you, moving yourself, it's hard.
I'm gassed after one round of just the 3 fucking minutes. I'm like, damn, dude. Because I'm not in superior shape anyway. But it's just I'm going at my pace, even when I think it's not my own pace. When I'm picking up the pace, hitting the bag. But then when somebody, like you said, someone's moving around, and typically you're punching kind of mid-level to your range and your body when you're hitting the bag, opposed to like try to either target somebody's face. If you're tall, you got to hit down, or you got to punch up. So it's a whole different thing, man.
It's insane. Yeah,
and god damn, man, I did not.
It was so embarrassing. I don't know what happened, dude. I don't know. I can't.
His nerves,
even understand. I don't like even Jake winning. Even Jake winning. If he wins, he wins. Like he clearly had way more boxing practice. He has the money to have people that are like real boxers train him. He's getting good training.
Professionals, yeah,
like he's getting good training. He's learning the craft of the sport. Like I'm not gonna say I could beat Jake Paul. Maybe in my peak when I was like an athlete, like fucking starting power forward on my basketball team, if I train in boxing more and I focus more on kickboxing, I have more of a chance than I do now. But he was just not fighting well. Like it was just he wasn't fighting him well. He kept trying to get on. He was getting under his arm. He didn't stay in the pocket because first thing ever, people that fight anyone, if you're fighting someone that is bigger than you, you have to get in the pocket. You have to get into the point where they can't throw a fully wound up punch at you. And you have to avoid getting grappled too. That's part of the whole all of fighting and shit like that. But like he was just like rushing him and then getting pulled back and then backing away too much. I'm like, bro, you're handing him the fight, dude. You're giving Jake the whole fight. Like, did he train?
Well, it's one of those things like Mike Tyson says. He has this famous quote that says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And that's exactly what happens, where you've been training all this time, you've been doing well in sparring and stuff, and you're like, oh, I think I'm ready. Then you step up to somebody who's legitimately trying to take your head off, and then all of that shit just goes out the window. You're like, fuck.
You got to get beat up, man. It's a real thing, man. To be able to, the people say they love fighting and they would love to have the idea of fighting. They're like, look, until you get your ass beat one time really fucking bad, you have no clue what a fight is. Because if you can't calm yourself down in a situation where you're already getting fucked up, you're gonna panic in a fight.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go into a fight, you're gonna get hit one time too hard, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? You're gonna try all this dumb shit to beat this person, and they're gonna try to run at them, and the person's gonna take their knee, and they're gonna connect it to your face a few times, and then you're gonna be in a really, really, really bad situation.
Yeah.
But the Tyson Roy Jones thing was fucking amazing. That was fucking fantastic.
That was, I think we can all agree that was all. Actually, I saw some people saying it was boring, but I think they're almost like they're like less than casual fans. But if you're a fan of boxing, that went infinitely better than you thought it was going to, because they're old as fuck. You were thinking like, oh man, I hope that they don't get gassed.
No one dies.
Dude, Tyson looked fantastic, man.
Bill.
Like he's great.
He's so old.
He looks great, and after 8 rounds, dude, that motherfucker was ready to go full 12. He wasn't even that tired. Like Roy was fucking gassed, dude. Like he was more tired.
He looked better than he did when he was younger, because Tyson's famous for not going more than 6. Yeah, and he looked like he could have went 8 more. He could went like 10 more. He was good. He paced his punches out and everything. And I was like, yo, if this went another round, he could have killed Roy Jones Jr.
He would have, dude. If this would have been a full 12 rounds, he absolutely would have got that, because Roy was noticeably gassed, and he's been much more active than Tyson has been, because Tyson fucking full blown quit for a while. Yeah. Where he's like, I don't do anything. He's like, I don't even fucking run. I don't do shit. And then
he got fat.
Yeah, he got fat as fuck. Dude,
he got fat.
Over time, he lost 100 pounds. That's fucking crazy.
Insane, dude.
That's insane.
That's that passion. That's that fire in him, bro.
Yeah, and
I don't want him doing that again. Yeah. I don't want him to do that anymore. I want him to stop, because that could have ended very badly. He's an old man. He could have died. They both could have just got hit one too many times. Yeah, and then that's it. Their brains just be like, hey, bro, my skull don't got the integrity it used to have. You're gonna have problems now. Yeah, but like,
see, that's the power of fucking steroids and testosterone replacement therapy, man. When you fucking like a lot of these old people now, when you look at old people back in the day, I'm talking about when our grandparents were being born and shit. The old people looked like fucking death, like when they're in their 50s. When they're in their 50s, you looked fucked, and then like fucking 20 years later, you were pretty much dead. And now it's a whole different ball game, to where you're seeing fucking Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger in their fucking 60s and 70s being swole still, because science is amazing. It's incredible.
That's what's happening, dude. What's going to happen is that we're going to hit our 70s and we're going to be in like our 40s, man. I'm sure.
We look good. People don't understand that.
Because time it's different now. Like
100%.
This period in general, like the whole stigma about how you got to get married and do all this shit before a certain age, and then you just look at the world and you're like, yo, I'm in my 20s and I feel like I'm a teenager still sometimes, you know. Like I feel like I just hit adulthood in my life, you know. Like I'm in my 30s and I feel like I'm just getting into my 20s, you know. Like our lives are not gonna be their lives. We're gonna be living like 150, 160 years old, chilling, having fun, dicking around and shit like that. Yeah. You know, it's medicine, crazy.
Absolutely, things are going to change. That's one thing I tell people. There's a lot of people that say, I don't want to get old, because they see old people today. And I anyone I talk to like that, I'm like, guys, do you have to pay attention. We are not going to look like old people of today. That's not going to be a thing. That's how you're going to look when you're like 120. Like it's
when you're old, when you're actually decrepit.
It's now maybe the next generation will be the ones that's averaging like 120 years old or something, but I know for sure, even say if we're in our 90s, we're still going to look pretty decent, because just the technology is going to be fucking wild, man. We still have a lot of decades to go till we hit that point. And there's probably going to be over-the-counter shit that just makes you look younger and feel younger. There's probably going to be like it's probably going to be so safe to actually use like certain performance enhancing drugs, like to where the biggest thing is that they're not safe, so you can't fucking get your hands on them. But they can get to a point where you can get safe, and then you don't have to worry about your bones getting brittle and your muscles getting weak, and then you just shatter your shit when you fucking fall over. So I hear old people falling over and shattering their hips and stuff, and it's like,
that's insane to me, dude. You fall down and you break something.
That's fucked.
Like, what? Yeah. When I fall down, I bruise myself, maybe. Yeah. Then I'm up. I'm on my feet, but
that's what people are afraid of that. But I'm like, dude, that's what I'm telling you, man. Like when there was a lot of people had my back when we talked about giving where I talked about giving gorilla steroids.
God,
a lot of people
maniac,
had my back,
bro.
dude. A lot of people
had my back. You're a maniac, man. You shouldn't do that. I'm never going to be okay with that.
You should not be okay with it.
You should not give animals drugs that they're not going to understand what's going to be done to their bodies. They're definitely
understand that they're much stronger. What do you mean?
They're going to understand that they're stronger, but they're not going to understand the ramifications that can come from those drugs, bro. Even until now, steroids are still not 100% safe on human bodies. So they're mostly not going to be safe on any other primate body.
Nothing is, dude, salt isn't 100% safe on human body. That doesn't mean anything.
But that's true. But humans can consume salt period, and not have, dude, you know what happens when you take steroids. You take steroids, right? And your muscle mass increases, right? But still, it fucks with your tendon growth. So what happens, you can get these big ass muscles, but your joints and shit won't be able to understand, oh, my muscles are stronger.
You're talking about
stronger.
you're talking about just in a massive abuse of steroids, like just how
I'm not talking about massive abuse.
No, yeah,
I'm just talking about
if you use steroids the way a movie star uses steroids, you're not going to fuck yourself up. You're just going to get stronger faster. That's what's going to happen.
Dude, I do not want to do that to apes.
I know a stupid amount because I'm at the point where I want to bug my doctors and be like, "Hey, man, give me a little bit of juice. Give me something. But I got to figure out how to get it though, right? Because I don't meet the requirements. My testosterone level, all my levels are fucking fine of like my blood work. So I don't have a legitimate excuse to like, hey, can I get extra testosterone and give me a little bit of something else, some anabolic steroids so I can what I want, see the type of work that I can do in 6 months, like I want to basically what I can achieve in like 2 years, I'll probably like to achieve in like 6 months if I have the right amount of like help. I'm not talking about looking like fucking the Mr. Olympia types. I'm just saying gorillas though, they're already that. Gorillas are already that. So if you just fucking hear me out, man. If you just give them a little bit, I'm not talking about fucking making a small, like making Chris Ray Gun look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not talking about that level of steroids. That's huge. Even though we would all want to see that though.
It'd be hilarious. Holy shit.
We all want to see him fucking just become just ridiculous. And but there's people that use the stuff responsibly where particularly not even like say anabolic steroids, but say like testosterone replacement therapy and human growth hormones, even though the human growth ones is a little bit shady to me because you see over time people starting to shift a little bit. Like their jowls will get bigger, or fucking Peyton Manning's forehead is like 3 times the size. I'm like, you can't tell me that this guy's not taking fucking human growth hormones. He's 100% HGH because anyone who's listening to this right now, go look at pictures of Peyton Manning.
Look at Barry Bonds, bro. Barry Bonds had a normal sized forehead, and then by the end of his time in the fucking league, his forehead looked like Freeze's head, bro. It looked like Freeze's head, bro. His shit was big and round. Disgusting, bro. But he could hit a home run like a motherfucker, bro.
He's fucking like, well, what is it? The golden Frieza? He's on that level.
Fucking head looked like a fucking egg, bro. He had fucking head for days.
Dude, it's funny seeing that. It's you can see the transformation of the people that kind of abuse them. Opposed to like say like I look at if you see Zac Efron in that Baywatch movie, he used them to maintain his superior physical shape at a level that would be basically deadly, where he had almost no body fat on his body. And to be able to retain that for a long time is basically impossible. But then he uses that to cheat, right? So I'm just talking about doing little things that will tweak and not things that like, hey, I'm going to grow fucking so big that I look like The Rock or some bullshit. And let me just say this. I love The Rock, but fuck this dude for saying, I haven't taken steroids since I was 18 years old. I hate that shit, bro. Like,
I mean, I disagree with it, but he does genuinely have the fountain of genetics. He does have those genetics.
There's a formula. To look like The Rock, there's a formula. You need genetics, you need hard work, and then you need a shitload of steroids. You can't be The Rock without all three. I
think now he's like, I don't know, man. Like, did you see Pain and Gain?
I've seen a lot of The Rock's work. I've seen his biggest he was at, in my opinion, when he did this movie from the Hercules movie, when he was playing Hercules, his legs look like fucking redwoods. I'm like, okay, dude, that's not. I'm telling you, if I would have maintained, well, I never after I was diagnosed with mitral valve prolapse, like one of my heart valves is a little shitty. After all that stuff, my fitness, everything kind of just went downhill because it changed everything. And I take these beta blockers that make me tired as fuck and stuff. But if that didn't happen, the other lane that I was going to go into was the fitness industry because I was like obsessed with. I still am. I just don't like. I don't talk about it because I'm fucking not in the shape that I want to be. Nobody wants to listen to someone who's out of shape talk about fitness. That's stupid. That's stupid. But the idea of just people, there's the whole industry of people saying it's called fake natties, these fake natural athletes. There's a whole lane of them where you see people's human potential and they go way beyond them, and it's one of the things that people don't understand that, like, say when people like The Rock say that, I haven't taken steroids since I was 18, where if you look at him in his 20s when he was in the WWE, I believe him not taking steroids. Around that time, I believe he was just working out regularly, but then after when he got into Hollywood, he turned into a literal fucking boulder. Like, he's so goddamn huge.
He's so fucking big, it's gross, bro.
He's so big, and I'm like, I just want people to stop saying that, I just eat chicken and fucking broccoli, and I'm this big. I'm like, no, you're sticking lots of things in your ass, and you shouldn't. It's okay.
Don't lie about it, dude.
Yeah,
just don't lie about it. Be real. Like, come on, we know. That's all I want to know. Like, don't treat me like a fucking kid, man. We know.
Rock,
dude.
Dwayne Johnson, I know you're listening to this. I'm gonna need you to come clean, man. I know the Snark Tank podcast is your favorite podcast. I know this. I've seen your Spotify playlist. I appreciate your support, man. But I'm gonna need you to come clean to everybody and just say, hey, they don't call me Dwayne the Roy Johnson for no fucking reason.
He's insane, bro.
Yeah,
the Rock is so big that so many women are like, that's not attractive.
It's definitely, to me, it's impressive just as a physical specimen of what you can do. But being that big is asinine. It's fucking
it's no need. There's no need.
It's so crazy.
And he's big, but he's not slow. Like, do you ever look at the Olympia and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know who Phil Heath is, right?
Of course, 8-time. Wait, no, that's not. That's Phil Heath. He's been the current champions recently.
That's Kai Green. You're thinking of?
No, I was thinking of fuck. This is gonna bug me. Oh my God, Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman was the 8-time Olympia.
I saw Phil Heath go into a pool. Like, because you assume they can't move fast. You assume they can't move fast to how much mass they have.
Yeah,
and they can move quick forward. They can't turn. Turning is gone. They have to give up that ability. That's been sacrificed. But I saw him get in a pool, and the fucking speed he was cutting through that water was disgusting. I was like, how can he swim that fucking fast? He was just like a torpedo.
It seems weird, but then it's like I remember, I'll never forget when it was my JV year of football. So I was like 16 years old, and our offensive coach was, all right, we were doing wind sprints, and he's like, all right, I'm going to sprint with you guys. And if anyone beats me, I'm sorry, he's like, if I beat any of you, you're going to have to run laps like for the rest of practice. And so he's a huge guy, but he's built like, he's muscly, but he's huge. So you're thinking, this guy's fucking he's just going to be slower than everybody.
That's this dude.
He like fucked a bunch of people. I'm talking about like my eyes were popped out because I was like, oh my, this guy almost beat me. He beat a lot of people. And that was when I realized, I was like, his muscles help him move quicker.
He can propel him. Yeah. Dude, that's the same thing for me, dude. I remember when we were doing a practice one time, and we were doing we were just going up for dunks, like that. And when I learned how to dunk when I was like 17, right before I stopped playing basketball.
Yeah.
And my coach was he was a wide dude, but he was small. He's about your height. And he was like, you guys should not be having problems with the putbacks. It's simple. And I was like, Coach, you can't even probably touch rim. 5'9". His hand was above the rim. Like, the rim was like right here, and his hand was like here.
That's an insane vertical.
And I was like, that's disgusting.
That's insane.
Because I can't do that. And I had springs in my fucking heels. This man had he had fucking Jack and Daxter fucking thrusters. Yeah, it was disgusting. I was like, what the I thought when you're big, you just can't move fast.
Yeah. Now, when you see those motherfuckers that have like cantaloupes as for fucking for calves, they're explosive, dude. They're fucking explosive.
Like Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson Was
he's an explosive fucking athlete, man. Like
he could jump
undeniably.
over tall people, like actually, but he got fucked up.
He got fucked up. It's one of those things. Like I said, combat's a whole different animal. You know why I never have fought exhibition? How I'm not an amateur or I'm not a fucking professional, because that is not in me. I like training. I like fucking learning stuff. Sparring is cool with friends, but the idea of me on my own just wanting to take somebody's head off, I don't have that killer instinct. It only comes out of me if I'm defending myself. You know, right? That's when it kicks in.
I don't have it at all, dude. I had it. I thought I had it. Yeah. I was trying to nurture it, and I was like, nah, it's insane.
That's totally binary. It's like either you have it or you don't. That's it. Like the people that just
the shit I would see this, because my cousin took freaking Muay Thai. I've tried to mention this once, and the shit I would see him do to people would just like some shit that like, oh, this person slipped. You're fighting this person slipped. Don't knee him in the face. That's disrespectful. Nah, bro. Fucking jump knee the person in the head. And you're like, God damn, you're not supposed to do that. That's supposed to be, your brain's supposed to be like, no, that's not all right. He can get hurt. Those motherfuckers are like, I'll do it. Fuck, I'll kill him. I'll stab him in the fucking face. It's just like, whoa. Whoa, dude.
Yeah, man, that's just wild though. And I've always thought about it, but it's just no. I'm old, relatively as far as in fighting years. I'm old. I'm over. I'm fucking. You don't start this late to try to actually start fucking competing.
I feel you.
But one thing I will do at some point when I'm really situated, and I'm definitely gonna roll into a Brazilian jiu-jitsu class, because I might have said on this podcast before, like, I have absolutely no ground game, and that's the fight always goes to the ground, and it'd be nice to know what to do. Like, I have an idea from watching, because when you think about it, right, there you have coaches that are physically in front of you. They show you how to do stuff, and then you emulate what they're doing. The only difference of you seeing shit online or seeing shit, like, say, watching stuff on pay-per-view or anything over the years, is that you don't have the feedback. Like, you get to see the professionals do their thing, but they don't get to tell you if you're doing it right or not. But I'm not brain dead. I know when I'm doing. You can feel it. Like when I'm doing things proper, when I get like a good jab going on or something. And I'm like, okay, I feel this. I feel the kinetic energy. It's as stupid as it sounds, but you feel the energy transfer being like, oh, that's a good snap. Like, you feel it, and it's one of those things that when I've trained with some people that say, I always hated this, the unsolicited advice when people come up to you like, hey, you should this and that. I'm usually like, fuck your mother, but every once in a while, somebody shows up that you know that they're like, oh, this dude's the real fucking deal. And then you listen to them, and then like they can give you feedback. And I've gotten good feedback to where I'm like, oh, so I know that I'm okay. I'm all right. Like, I know that like I'm not a piece of shit. Wouldn't say that I really have experience, but I know that from feedback that I'm not the worst puncher. That I'm like, I'm okay at boxing. But yeah.
What you got to do for everybody who doesn't fight out there, what you got to do is, you get in a fight with somebody, right? You wait till they reveal their temple, and then you get your fucking knuckle, right? You get your knuckle, and you try to fucking slam your knuckle into their temple as hard as you can, bro. I'm pretty sure you're gonna win that fight afterwards. If you lose that fight, you a bitch.
There's always you're a bitch. I like something that I've always wanted to try, but I'm not a confrontational person, not really. But something I've always fantasized of doing was if I'm getting in a fight, I'm going to cover my face. I'm going to completely be guarded. And while they're trying to hit me and break my guard, I'm going to just hyperextend their knee with my foot. Like, cause you're just looking down and you just boom on their knee, and they're fucked. They're
just
done. What are they gonna
stomp their knee down?
Fucking stomp their knee, and that shit hyperextends. It's backwards. They look like fucking Arbiter and shit, and they're just like done. They're fucking done, dude. I
stomp someone's knee in. It's like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
I fantasize about doing that because it's just like one of those things where people usually swing wild and stuff, and then you just block it, right? You're like blocking it, and then you just you're looking down because you're not worried. They're not professionals. They're not trying to fucking slip it by uppercutting and shit. They're not, no one's really going to try to like, oh, I know exactly what to do. They're just wild and swinging. So then you just block, you just cover up and then just bash them in the knee. And then
fucking stomp their knee down and then force your weight on it and then fucking speed bag them, dude. Fucking make their head bobble like a fucking Pez dispenser, dude.
You just Wang Chung the fuck out of them, dude.
Just fucking beating the fucking meat, man. Just beat the shit out of it and pound him so he can't fucking see no more.
It's a fantasy, man. I don't think I'll ever do it because like I've only been in like two legit fights. I've been in more, but I wouldn't call them like real. But like 2 real fights, and that's it, man. I've been alive for a long time. And it just hasn't really escalated that far.
It's really easy to go your life without fighting people.
Yeah,
but like it depends on where you live. Like I grew up in the city and I had to fight people. You know, I hated it. Yeah. I fucking hated it. I hated how often I had to like put my little kid shit down. It's like, oh man, here we go. You put it down. It's like I don't want to do this, and then I gotta fucking punch this other kid, you know, or I gotta fight my cousin because my uncle's a fucking psychopath and he has a fucking kid fight club in his fucking house,
crazy,
or like shit like that.
That's crazy.
All right. Yo, dude, that shit scolded me into the person I am now. But it's like, yo, man, I'd really rather not fight. I grew up fighting my cousins. Mm-hmm. I want to get a recording of us doing that and talking about it. And it's like, yeah, do you remember when Uncle Lewis would make us all fight each other? And he'd be like, yeah. And my cousin Liverpool, he was the fucking top dog, bro. No one beat him. He was the fucking head honcho there. He was the alpha at that thing. Everybody's like, oh man, I gotta fight Eric. Shit. And we'd fight and we'd get beat up always.
I think it's time for you guys to bring it back now that you're all adults.
I'm not bringing shit back. I'm way out of shape, bro. They'll fuck me up.
I mean, what if they're out of shape too? You don't know.
Nah, I feel like most of them. You know how some black folk are. They just fucking muscular for no fucking reason.
They're just fucking chisel. They're Greek gods for doing nothing.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? It's like, what are you do? Man, it's video games, man. I'm sure. Video games are the reason why I gained all my weight, bro. I'm to the point now I would love to have the gym. We have a gym under development. I would love to have it open so I can just go there every time. I'm like, if I'm bored, just go to the gym for like 3 hours. If I can't sleep, I'm expecting it's going to be a long night. I'm going to go do homework, go to the gym for like 3 hours, come up here and knock the fuck out. That's the cure to everything. Is when I was trying to lose weight again before I went back to New York, I lost 25 pounds in 2 months because every night after work, I went to the gym, dude.
Nice.
Went to the gym, came home, knocked the fuck out, drank something, had something to eat real quick. Every time knocked out. It works, bro.
Yeah, I've gotten in and out of shape multiple times, like throughout the years. It's definitely been difficult because I said like the heart condition thing I have. It's not the worst in the world, but it definitely, I haven't really gotten used to it in a sense that my philosophy, the way that I trained like fucking a dog. Like I went hard in the paint, and my diet wasn't the best. It was a great balance for me. Now I have to change it up where I have to have a great diet and I have to train less because I don't have as much energy and I can't consume as much caffeine as I used to because of my heart condition. I get like panics and I'm like, dude, this is the worst balance ever for me. So I have to like kind of unlearn and I have to rebuild. And then when I started getting the groove, I fucked up my Achilles tendon. And
I remember
that shit takes so long to heal. I thought when I'm like, oh, I'm good. And then I would go just hike this bitch ass trail. It's not even like steep shit. And then it's like sore as fuck again. I'm like, oh, dude, I can't. And I think I'm finally good now. I'm actually feeling pretty confident. I'm like, okay, I don't think anything's going to happen because I'm not going to risk tearing this shit all the way through or anything. And then I'm out for a fucking year. And then I want to, I will Epstein myself. You know what I'm saying? Because but yeah, it's the biggest thing though. Long story short, the biggest thing is I have to fucking I just have to like start eating like I used to. But even more, like it has to be strict instead of just, okay, I'm going to eat a lot of protein, pretty clean for the most part, but I'm definitely going to Taco Bell like on the weekends and I'm just fucking shit up on the weekends to where, and then, I'll have a, you know what I'm saying? Where I was not disciplined back in the day, but I made up for it with, I used so much energy working out, so many calories, it didn't fucking matter.
Dude, yeah, you got to get back to the greens and the mixed vegetables, chicken with no skin on it.
Yeah.
And fucking potatoes.
Yeah.
The worst diets on the planet, bro. People that bodybuild hate food, dude. They don't like how food tastes. It's hilarious, dude. I had one of my professors. He was ex-Marines and he was a bodybuilder. He was also a fucking bio teacher, which kind of makes sense. You know, it's kind of analogous to each other.
Sure.
Or homologous, I guess. So what happened was he would I hate the taste of the food I eat because the food I eat never has real flavor. It has a little bit of salt, so I don't throw it up. A little bit of salt, pepper, so I don't throw it up. But it's just potatoes, carrots and shit, green beans and peas and shit like that. And then chicken that's just seared. It's a seared chicken with a little bit of salt and pepper on it. And he's like, I haven't liked the way food tasted in 10 years. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I never break my diet. Ever. It's disgusting. That's disgusting. He's like, yo, it's worse than you think. He's like, I haven't been hungry in 15 years. I haven't been hungry. He hasn't had the feeling of I want to eat food because he knows what he's going to eat and he hates it. That's
just using it purely for fuel. It's purely for fuel and
insanity, bro. He was like, I miss cheesecake. I miss pizza. I haven't had any of that. So when he smells pizza, he gets sick because he wants it so bad, but he knows he'll throw it up if he eats it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, way too greasy. Dude. For a while, dude, when I remember, because I used to these super fries. They're these super fries from this place called Mocha Salsa that I would get all the time. Just their carne asada fries, and I would fuck up an entire thing of them. But then when I became moderately strict in my diet, where it was mostly just chicken and rice, if I tried to have one of those things, I would get a fucking stomach ache because it was just too much bullshit, too much grease and stuff, and basically your gut flora is like, what the fuck are you putting in? We don't want this shit, because it starts to get used to what the hell you were fucking putting in yourself. So it's pretty wild, man. And I got to do that. I gotta eventually switch it because I see it. I see the thickness, man. I'm starting to get a little bit of that. What is that shit called again? Turkey neck? Bruh.
I luckily don't have it, but I do got the double chinny chin, man. It's just covered by my beard. Dude, I saw a picture of a guy that had a double chin, but his first chin was bald, but his second chin was fully bearded. Oh, so some guy was like, why is there a beard on your second chin but not your first one? And it was so fucking funny.
Bro, I mean, I feel his pain though, man. Because I don't really, my genetics are fucked for facial hair, and my hair only grows right. It doesn't really cover my chin, not really.
Dude, I have fucking Hispanic people facial hair. I fucking hate it, bro. It's gross. It grows in all fucking full and patchy, like all my uncles. And I'm just like, bro, why? Why does my facial hair look like this? Hey, it grows in nappy, but patchy. And I'm like, why? I'd rather just not have any.
I'll take it, man.
I like shaving off the sides.
Yeah.
And just letting a fucking beard grow out. But my whiskers grow out really thick. And my girlfriend's like, you look like my dad. Shave. And I'm like, nah, bro.
Nah, call me daddy.
All right. Well, okay. I think we have questions before we get out of here.
We should hit some questions.
We've been dicking around for so long. That has been how long has it been? It's been nearly an hour and a half, I think.
I think we got an hour and 10, or something like that.
All right, let's go. Let's see these questions.
Let's do it, baby. What you got? You got them pulled up and shit?
I do not have them pulled up. Okay, but let me see.
Oh shit, that's the Google Doc.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. So questions. Whenever you're ready, bro.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Hmm? Oh, you want me to read it out for you? Gotcha. Easy.
Oh wait, I don't have the doc open.
Okay.
I was just I'll let you do it.
From Keith David says, first time Patreon here, literally made this account just for you guys. That's really dope, you do.
Nice.
I wanted to show some support as I've been a fan of Chris since 2015, but only just came around the podcast around late August. It helped me through really tough times, and now I'm a huge fan of you three, of collectively and individually. I really do hope and wish you guys continue and thrive and reach new heights. Big love. Okay, my question. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you. My question had to do with the night of the fight, the last night's fight. Not Mike Tyson's or whatever, but the real one, Jake Paul.
The real
Jake fucking Paul. Holy shit. The funniest thing I've ever seen. It brings me such animal joy knowing that Nate Robinson will have to spend the rest of his known life as the dude who got knocked the fuck out by Disney Channel's fucking Flow Kid.
Yeah.
That's so fucking painful. What YouTuber v athlete match would you three really love to see play out like the Jake Paul one? I, for one, would give just about anything to watch PewDiePie rock LeBron James in the ring. Of course, with Snoop's commentary. Once again, keep up the greatness and much love.
He said PewDiePie rock LeBron James?
Yo, LeBron James could be LeBron James could have been anything he wanted.
Anything he wants. He's just a specimen. He's a legit specimen.
He's physically perfect. Like, I think, like,
whatever the hell he wants to do, he's into it.
Down now. He's slowing down now, though. Like, people don't like admitting that. He's been slowing down the last
but he's
2
still
years.
playing at a stupid level. Like,
he's still superior to everybody else, but he's not like when they first played the Golden State Warriors, LeBron James, where he could play a whole team by himself. Now he's just, he's just like, all right, I'm still the apex, but like, there's actually no, I don't think he's apex. I think Kawhi Leonard the year before last is better than him, but that's an argument to have for another day.
Yeah.
I would love to see Leafy fight. I would love to see Keemstar fight Colin McGregor.
So does it?
McGregor would beat the shit out of him. McGregor would savagely attack it.
Fair.
I would love it. I'd pay money to see Keemstar get fucking death, just fucking muertoed by him, bro. Just fucking just killed,
bro. What if Keemstar killed?
What if Keemstar won? What if Keemstar, like, in the middle of him getting hit, he just fucking throws one out and just kills him?
Puncher's chance just knocks him clean out, dude.
I'll be like, holy fuck.
I gotta tell you.
Keemstar would elevate to a new, he would fall down, he'd be like, his form would start changing. And he'd be like, I'm so much stronger now.
Do you think he would become worse of a person, or he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be decent now. Like, do you think maybe that would make him? You think it would be like way worse?
He's an ego. He's an ego, and when egos get more ego, they become more pieces. Like, I'm sure we're gonna see Jake Paul do some fuck shit in the next few days.
It's gonna be so bad. That was one of the things I even said that Instagram story. I was like, dude, he's gonna get way worse. Like, his head's already too big. Like, his ego's way too big. This is gonna be awful. Like, okay, if he just won, like, and it was just like, split decision or anything like that. Or even unanimous decision. I was like, that was the worst outcome for his ego.
The worst reality.
I was just like,
worst
great.
Reality, bro.
Then he called out. Who did he call out? Didn't he call out LeBron James or something? I think I saw somebody. At least
if he beat LeBron James, dog, I would go under my desk and be like, I don't know. This man is destroying the black community. This man is systematically destroying my community. I have to do something about this.
You gotta put him in a wheelchair. I gotta do it now.
I gotta put him in a wheelchair. I gotta get in shape. I gotta work out like a fucking mad dog for like a year, and then come in the ring looking like a fucking creature of fucking pure power. And I gotta put him to sleep.
We should do it, man. We should just become boxers, but then not box. We should we should just fucking just become like we're so ready. Like, we're just like ready to kill it, and then we just never do it. Like,
I'm like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not going to win.
You say, you talk you actually book a fight. You talk all this mad shit, and then as soon as the bell rings,
what you do is you're like, I'm scared, man. I don't think I'm gonna win. You go into the fight, you're really nervous. Like, even when you're coming out, you're like, you can see the nerves in your face, like that. You go into the fight and you fucking just hurt somebody. First hit, you fucking get a quick weave. 100% jaw, knock him unconscious.
That's a good. That's actually a good strategy.
That's good. And then, like, when you go back in the interview, be like, "What happened? What happened?" It's like, "Oh, I knew I was going to beat him the whole time. I wanted him to be weak. I wanted him to let his guard down. I wanted him to not think I could beat him." And I crumpled the kid. I kill him again too if I got a chance.
But see, you also have to record footage of you talking of like that you were confident. You're like, "Oh, see, I'm going to set up this whole elaborate plan just so they know that you're not bullshitting." Like, "Oh, fucking, you just got lucky." You're like, "No, I planned this out."
You just go into the ring. It's like, yo, I'm gonna kill him, bro. Like, I'm gonna like it's no jokes, no games. Like, it's nothing
I'm
funny.
hit him so hard that his fucking head's gonna peel off. Like
he's gonna pass away. Like he's not gonna be here. Like it's not gonna be like, oh man, rushing to the hospital. The guy's gonna come into the ring, check his pulse. He's gonna be like, he died. He died when you hit him. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did that on purpose. When I hit him, I shot his fucking nose into his brain. Not fucking turned him off forever. I ended his life. He's not here anymore. He's never coming back. Then I'm gonna laugh at his parents on recording. Your son's gone. He's fucking. I guess I killed him.
Dude, that's fucking savage. And
hey, man, bro, the villain always has the cooler lines, bro.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a fucking doubt.
What about you? Who'd you love to see get fucked up by a YouTuber or fight a YouTuber?
Dang,
like Tyson v. Leafy, that'd be another good one.
Oh my god, that's a prime. I'm talking about Tyson when he was fucking 19, 20 years old. Prime Mike Tyson. Who's a fucking YouTuber? I'm trying to think of like, because there's a lot of YouTubers that I know that are terrible people, but I just don't watch them. You know what I mean? So I forget about them. Like I'm trying to think of like, who do I really dislike? I was gonna say no, because he's not even on YouTube anymore. A lot of people have already gotten, a lot of actual far right people are already fucking gone. You know, for whatever the myriads of dumb shit.
Ian Miles Chung.
That would be fucking hilarious. That would be hilarious,
swatted.
Dude.
Then later that night he gets him swatted and killed.
Oh my god! Dude. No, he get in Minecraft. All right, he gets killed in Minecraft. We gotta
in Minecraft.
This. Yeah,
in Minecraft.
Yeah, you got.
Ian Miles Chung, bro. I love that. I love that. That's synonymous with it, bro. He's synonymous with having people get swatted, bro. That's so evil.
It's his A1, dude. It's his attack 1. Absolutely. Can you imagine just every time you button mash, you just swats?
Just swatting. just knocking on your door. Get on the fucking ground. Oh my god.
So good. That's fucking fantastic. You know, the funny thing is, I really think as far as YouTubers go, I think it sucks that's what said Jake Paul, that he knocked Nate Robinson out. It sucks because Jake Paul is really the YouTuber that I think that just really deserves to get his ass beat. Because when you look at fucking his brother has just been chilling. He's went away just to do his podcast. He's been chilling. He's been like not in the news of saying dumb shit. And Jake Paul just won't stop. He's like, oh, COVID's a hoax. He fucking COVID parties. He this and that.
He said COVID is a hoax.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, Jake, what? I don't know. I think what happened is that he understands that he's become fleeting. He's become a fleeting person.
He's like full blown villain. You think? So
I think instinctively he just says shit that is just absolutely the dumbest, just for people to pay attention to him, bro.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who. If you don't believe in COVID anymore, then bro, put him in a boat, leave him in the ocean, bro. Put him all in a fucking tiny boat and just sail it out into the ocean, man. I don't know what to do with you anymore. Just put them on an island by themselves and don't ever bring them supplies, but tell them you're going to.
There you go.
Be like, here you go. We'll have supplies by soon, and never do it. Lie.
Perfect. I'm with it. I'm fucking with it, man. I forgot about the like not recording, but on the side. I probably should, because I just realized that you probably had to disrupt your recording to pull up the document, right? Like, did you? Because you had it full screen.
No, I here.
Yeah. Oh, it was okay. Oh, okay. I just wanted because I just wanted to make sure, because I was like, oh, that might be an issue. But no, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. Next one from user. It doesn't say a name, unfortunately.
Hey, hold on. Sorry. When you're reading, keep your mic, like bring your mic with you when you're reading, because
I can't really see. That's the thing.
Yeah. So just bring it with you.
Okay. User wrote in, the alien invasion that you guys allude to at the end of the year most likely won't happen, but I would highly consider hosting an art competition at the end of 2020. I have no doubt that you guys have fans with exceptional talent. Would would be you gotta fix that, dude. Would be so cool to see such a destructive and vulgar arts of you guys facing the end of the world. Love the show and love you guys. Happy December and pray that Sweeney doesn't awaken magical weenies enough to begin an alien invasion questline. That's pretty insane. So that was the question. That was pretty much just you being nice to us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
But yeah, I would love to have a whole thing open where it's a bunch of art commissions, just us, dealing with fighting the end of the world, fighting COVID zombies, and like fucking trying to avoid Kamala Harris and Batman for putting us in jail.
Kamala Harris and Batman?
Yeah, dude, they're a team, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's a bunch of memes going around. All my black and Latino ghetto ass friends are sending me tweets where it's like, who would you rather have find an ounce of weight on you? And it's Batman or Kamala Harris, and 97% chose Batman. You know what Batman's gonna do to you?
Wow, Batman's gonna break your limbs.
He's gonna put you in the hospital. Kamala Harris is gonna put you in jail and not give the evidence to release you.
I guess it's like, well, at least when it comes to Batman, you'll get out eventually. So I guess
you'll be able to walk sooner or later.
Yeah, you'll heal.
Arkham's the revolving door.
Yeah, but fucking Kamala's gonna make sure you're just sealed away. She's gonna swallow that fucking key. It's just gone.
Dog, man.
Yeah, it's gonna
Kamala Harris or Batman, and
that's
you
funny.
all choose Batman. That's insanity.
That's funny.
And you never seen what Batman does to the Joker? Batman has put Joker through shatterproof glass. That is fucking nuts, bro. That takes persistence.
He's done a lot of shit to him, man, and I'm not gonna get into it, but just yeah, that's I'm gonna have to go with Batman too. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say I
would go with Batman too, dude. Truth be told, I'd be like,
I'll be okay eventually with Batman. I know I'm probably gonna PTSD. I'm gonna have a lot of trauma from being attacked by Batman, but at least at a certain point, I can probably pay my debt to society and then return home just with a limp, and instead of fucking somehow Kamala Harris just, this is the first time I've been arrested for weed, but for some reason I have 2 other strikes. I don't fucking know. I'm in prison
You're
for
gone.
life.
You're serving a fucking 35 fucking maximum security. You're like, yo, that was just it was a UPM. It was no intent to sell. And you're like, sorry about that. You never see a kid. Your wife's pregnant. You never see a son ever. He's just fucking. He's like, there's no visitation. You're in the fucking.
Oh my god. God, that's
all right.
That's wild. That's so wild. Yeah, let's move on. I'm just gonna get mad thinking about her fucking cop days.
Okay. From Sheetbox Man, hey Puerto Rican Wario with the N-word past Puerto Rican, Luigi, and Black Mario. Have any of you met doppelgangers of yourselves? And if so, did you take an opportunity to take action to kill them before they took your place? No, I don't. I've never met someone that looks. I met a white kid that looked like me before. It was kind of weird. He looked like a white me, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Like, is he like an crazy albino version of a black dude, or just like straight up black?
He was like a white guy. He was a white guy that looked like me, weird. And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Are you part Puerto Rican too?" He was like, "Yeah, I am," and I was like, "Oh, there you go. There's where similarities come from." And I was just like,
"Dude, we've all seen your doppelganger."
Oh my god. I'm a big dog, big bear. Nigga, I'm a lion. I'm a predator
of the
prey that is hiding. Oh my, I found you, small black person. Don't you dare run away from me, you fucking small black person. He's really grown on me, bro.
Look, if you don't look at him, that shit goes kind of hard, man. Like I've listened to the song over and over. Look, I've listened to the song over and over because I did the cover, right? I like a week ago.
Okay, continue.
Look. Here's the thing. Look, I did the cover.
I like the song too. I'm not. I don't. I'm gonna be real. I like the song too. I like Mario Judah. Honestly, I like the kid. I think he's finding his own niche. I think he found his own style.
Yeah,
and he's a good kid. He's a good guy. He seems like a really nice dude.
Yeah, he seems chill.
He just wants to have his own style, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, I can't hate that.
Look, I'm okay.
I just
I'm
can't.
okay with it. I'm okay with it. Especially, it's his appearance is cringe. What he's trying to do, all that Hot Topic shit is stupid to me. But like,
I think it's cringe, but at the same time, I was fucking girls that had like fucking Hot
Sure.
Topic fucking like earrings on, stuff like
but I
that, and all
still
those
thought that
fucking
shit
like.
was, but you still thought that shit was cringe, even though you were fucking him.
Oh, definitely at the time, but I was like, I'm cringe enough to be standing here inside this woman. So clearly, I have no right to insult this person.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, he has his own style. Let him do his thing. You know, he's making his money. He's doing it. I always love seeing another black man do good. You know, in my heart of hearts.
Yeah, he blew
So
up.
do your thing, Mario. Best of luck, my guy. Sorry about all the fuck shit I said before.
I mean, look, it's. I mean, look, we're still gonna try and get him on the podcast somehow.
Of course.
Oh! I should actually do this. Maybe I should use my power. You know, we have some power with the Snark Tank, right? Because I usually don't do call to actions. I'm kind of like, haha, you know, whatever, just live and let live. But so, guys, listening, if you haven't heard yet, so I did a cover of Die Very Rough. It's on my YouTube channel, Black Metal. If you just put in like Black Metal Mario Juna, it should pop up, I'm assuming. So I want to bait him into possibly being on this podcast. And the best way to do it is if you tag in whatever platform you're on. I don't know if you're on Instagram, Twitter, I don't fucking know. Whatever you use, find Mario Judah and send him my cover. Because if he finds it, I have a good feeling that he'd want to, like, he would be willing to like talk to us or something. Because he's all about
true.
that rock star like kind of metal kind of scene thing going on. And so I'm like, because people keep saying. They keep like, hey, dude, you guys got to get Mario Judah on the podcast. I'm like, first of all, I think he has no fucking no interest on being on the Snark Tank. Like, why would he? But
not at all.
If he hears that song, maybe it'll be like, oh yeah, let me talk to the guy that fucking that wrote this shit, and then he'll also learn about all the shit that we've said about him afterwards, and then
and I'll be like. I'll be real. I'll be like, yo, man, I said fuck shit about you, but honestly, I'm happy you're doing your thing, man.
Yeah,
like for real. Like, I'm glad. Do your thing, bro. You know what? Find your middle ground. Find your, you know, your hardcore, your rock rap thing you want to do, and fucking thrive, man.
Nigga.
You don't look like me though. So let's move on. Next, okay, we got one more question. I think, right?
Yeah, let's do it
before we tear the Stromboli open. All right. 11-1 cleric, praise Helix brother. What word? Wait, what? Praise Helix Brothers. What is the worst thing that's happened to you, but turned out to be beneficial in the end? For example, my answer would be when I got deathly ill for 6 days, but it wound up being beneficial since I never left my apartment to have a smoke and inadvertently got kickstart we needed to quit for good. Oh wow, okay, that's
funny that he says that, because that is in long story short, in 2013 I went through a bad breakup, and I'm not really a huge weed person, so I was smoking a little bit, but it didn't help. It would help sometimes, and then I would just get paranoid as fuck. Like I'm not good with it. But one thing that helped me a little bit, that distracted me, was smoking cigarettes. So in 2013, for a while, I was smoking cigarettes, maybe for like 3 months straight. And then I realized that I was addicted to the fucking, you know, tobacco or whatever, the nicotine, whatever the fuck that makes you addicted. Mm-hmm. And I got deathly sick in 2013, where I was sick for like 2 fucking weeks. And then you felt like such shit that I wasn't smoking, obviously. And then I completely kicked it. I was like, oh, I'm good. I was like, I'm totally good. So that was actually pretty dope. Man. Same thing.
I don't know, man. I feel like I've never really had that experience where like I got so sick from something else. No.
Was it like
never
that
happened to me?
You got like banged so much by like dudes that you just like, you know, I think I'm gonna try puss now, and you thought it was way better? Did that work for you?
That's still debatable in my head. That's still a toss up. But I don't know, man. I'd say that like what happened? What's something that happened before? I've definitely not gone to like parties. I got in trouble, and then like the parties got shot up and shit like that, and somebody had a gun and people got arrested, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Like, when I was in like, I was thinking it was probably senior year. I was like, Grandma, I'm going to go to this party. She was like, you're not going to a party. Because I lived in Fishkill, which is like actually suburban, like fucking White-topia. White-topia. I was talking to a bunch of Indian Asian kids. And then I went to school in Poughkeepsie, which is the inner city of the general area in Dutchess County. And I was like, I'm going to go to this party with my homies. We're going to go. We're going to be back. She was like, no, Kingston, you came in late the last 7 times. You're not going anywhere. You're staying in the house. And I was like, I'm afraid. I was like, you do your homework? I was like, I do my homework. Like, get your homework done. And you finish that before the end of the night, you can leave. He's like, I'm going to check in and make sure you have to explain to me what it is and show me finish this. I was like, yeah, guys, I'm not making it. She's on to me. I'm not making it. Like, all right, cool. So then an hour and a half later, I get a text from my friend. It's like, yo, the party got shot up. People got arrested. Glad you didn't make it. I was just like, what? It was just like, yeah, man, it got fucking wild, man.
She saved your life, bro.
I wish I didn't go. And I was just like, oh, shit.
You would have been shot in the face, dude. She saved your life. Like there was an imprint on the walls of your frame exactly. Like you were meant to be fucking shot, and then you just weren't there.
Hey, man. Luckily, I stayed home. But that's the only moment like that's ever happened to me. I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's pretty good, man. And speaking of people getting shot, I was actually thinking about okay. So back in, this is just kind of off topic, but I also see the Spider-Man in your background, so it kind of just distracted me. So 2017, I was working with Teespring, and they were like, "Hey, we want to make you merch," and I said that I wanted to make like the Drake meme thing where he does like the, you know, he's like looking away like no and then yes. It's like, you know, that thing. But they said like obviously you can't use Drake's likeness, but we can just draw him. You know that it's Drake. And so I've been thinking of, I was like, I think I'm gonna commission somebody to draw Shot Uncle Ben.
Oh my God, doing what?
But it's literally just being shot in a pool of blood, and so I could just have a fucking shirt of Shot Uncle Ben, but it's not Shot Uncle Ben. It's like when you see those masks that are in Halloween stores where it says presidential mask, but you know, like one's Hillary or that. It just doesn't say their name because they'd get sued. So for this, it would say like,
Uncle?
Yes, Shot Uncle or Shot Old Man, Shot Uncle Joe.
Oh my God, we should do Bastion Head characters. Yeah. Like Bastion Head Scooby-Doo, Bastion Head fucking Lino from Thundercats, Bastion Head fucking, what you call it, Jeffrey Epstein. Shit like that.
I like the idea of Bastion Epstein. New merch coming soon. The fucking Snark Tank.
Snark Tank podcast, man. Bastion Head and Bastion Head person and Shot Old Man coming at you live and fast, dude.
Yo, that would make me so fucking happy.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to the fantasticness that was the Dark Tank podcast.
Yes.
Episode 3. We want to say thank you to all of our supporters. So at $1 a month, I don't remember all of it is. I just know that $10 a month gets your name read, right?
Yeah, I think no. So $1 a month, and this is going off the top of my head. You get the podcast, access to the podcast, and I think for $10 a month or $5 a month, you get asked a question.
Yes.
So then you can participate in answering this Q&A stuff. And then number 10, for $10, you can join our Discord. And which I've been so fucking busy with my covers. I need to jump in the Discord, say hi.
Same. $15 a month. We're working on some stuff.
Yeah, we're working on. We're
figuring something out.
I think we're gonna do like solo podcasts or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
We're still figuring
for
it
everybody.
out. Still figuring it out. We'll get it. And then
and $25 is
baby.
your name read dyslexically at the end of the show. Do I have to do it this time? Does it have to be me?
Well,
Look, okay. So we're gonna cut it here. We're going to cut it here, right? And if it has to be me, I will still pick it up and I will do it. Let Chris figure out if he wants it to be me. If it doesn't have to be me, Chris will read it out for us. It's probably going to be me.
I hope
so. Stay tuned to the end of it, having my dyslexic black ass reading all these names and stumbling over all these fucking words.
I love it.
But we want to say thank you. We love you. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy. Tune into the next podcast.
All right.
Farewell. well.
Hey everybody, it's me. I'm reading the things at the end of the episode. I'm kind of sick and I'm cleaning my room. So if I sound like death, it's because I wasn't supposed to be on this episode and they were supposed to read the names, but they didn't. So I'm sorry if this is a horrible listening experience for you. But Dobby... Oh man, Dobby's cum sock crutches. Toes in my mouth, please. Every time Chris says crazy, listen to how... Just fucking look at this. Like, what the fuck? What this is? I'm supposed to read this as a name. Listen to the How Did We Even Get Here podcast every Thursday, wherever you find your favorite podcast. It's actually Friday now. Sorry, outdated joke. Leroy Jenkins. Wow, talk about outdated joke. Master Chief's hard as a rock armor lock cock. Matthew Barrett Clark, Hard Hat Skydiver, Jessica Paris, Absolute Wagon, All New, All Different, Actual Cult Member, Monkey Monk, Billy the Big Ball Brawler, A Little Late Term Abortion with Lily Singh, Chris would be a Twinkie if he cared about hygiene, I Wish My Dad Kissed Me Like Tom Brady, Vermont, Vermont the Most Emotional State, Not an FBI Agent, Juan Punchman, Marcus Shorten, Mr. What the Fuck Have You Been Listening To, Abusi, Papa Nurgle, Nancy Pelosi, Imagining AOC, Goatseed, Danny DeVito's Christmas Candy Cane Cock, Cujo FD, Sweeny's Weenie Sleevey, Murder Ascended, David Connolly, the dyslexic that feels Chris's pain, Dunderhead, JFK's Convertible, Deal So Great Your Head'll Explode, Lobotomized Jesus is My Drooling Divine Savior, Heiko, 1 meter long fetus, Moto Zealot, Mike Tyson's Left Hook, Hiroshima Spicy Mushrooms, Granny Gratitude groaning from Garth Brooks' giant girthy meat mallet. It's the long ones. Anytime a name ends in an ellipsis, I'm immediately like, here we go. Derek's Unyielding Sex Drive. Dummy Thick Dave. Big Dude 0444 Heartless Wretch. A.k.a. the Black Man from Staten Island. Jada Pickett Smith's Broken Knees. Yummy 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 Come Inside My Tummy. The Ghost That Lived in the Apartment Above Chris and Sweeney. Jolly Old Dipshit. Carson Jones. Etherean. The Queenston Sweeney's Kingston. The Progerian Hunter. Deflated Left Ass Cheek. America Wars Episode 2. The Colonial Wars. Anani's Moose. I get it, like Anonymous. Sunny Chance, Toby Shootman, Melphis 1, El Culebron, Richter 86, and King of Haphazard. My boy, that's all. That's all. That's all. That's all of our $25 patrons. Thanks again for everybody and your support. I'm going to go take copious amounts of medicine and go to sleep.